Hi, it's Stephen here from Sound of a Nation Wave, and this is day 10 of the September daily draws. So let's see what message we get today, and I'll be taking the first card from the Mystic Palette Tarot Muted Edition, followed by an Oracle card from the Seasons of the Witch Mabon Oracles. Let's choose our first card and get the reading underway. Okay, here we go. So we have the Queen of Wands. So this is about developing our vision for what we want. This is about maintaining and nurturing our passion and motivation for what it is we want to achieve. We have to keep fanning the flame. We have to keep, but at the same time, we also have to make sure we don't get over infused. You might think, well, can you be over infused? What I mean is, we can get carried away with ourselves if we're so full and with excess enthusiasm and passion. There's nothing wrong with enthusiasm and passion, but it can turn into obsession and a compulsive drive that's not going to be it might drive us forward, but it opens us up to possible pitfalls because we're so focused. We're still pushing ourselves forward with that motivation, with that drive, and that compulsive energy, that it's almost addictive, and we don't necessarily, we go at full speed, and we don't see some possible pitfalls, which we would have done if we'd have been a bit more focused and not quite so excessive in our drive forward, that we would have anticipated and seen and dealt with these pitfalls in good time. Whereas otherwise, if we're rushing forward, we might not spot those. And I mean, the Knight of Wands is a bit like that. That's one of his possible sort of shadow sides. That, yes, he's charging forward in order to achieve his mission, but he can get a bit rash and impetuous in what he's doing because he's so determined to get to where he wants to be and to do what he wants to do, that he doesn't always assess the situation, because he's rushing forward almost sometimes recklessly if he's not careful. Yes, he's got courage, he's got determination, those are all good qualities, but the reverse that if it goes too far, he can become too impetuous and reckless. And so the Queen comes in, and we can be like that too. So the Queen comes in because the Queens, to me, represent more like the water element, but this is a suit of fire, so it's bringing a little bit of water onto the fire. So it's not extinguishing the fire, it's nurturing the fire. It's helping us maintain it and developing it and molding it and helping us keep focused. But it's also making sure it doesn't get out of hand, because a fire out of hand can be destructive. A controlled fire can be useful, can provide good energy and move forward, but an out of control fire is a terrifying thing. So, so the Queen is very good at keeping that under the control, keeping it more into balance and harmony with what should be done. So that is what I think the Queen of Wands is coming to remind us to, yes, be infused, yes, be motivated, yes, be passionate about what you're doing, and nurture that passion, nurture that enthusiasm, but do not let it become excessive and wild and uncontrolled, because that's where problems can arise. And that's what the Queen of Wands is saying to us with her wisdom here, and with her care of, the Queen's to me are very caring, very nurturing, both of us, of people and of their ideas and passions. So it's nurturing without, but in a controlled way that doesn't let things get out of hand. And she's a queen after all, very much in control of what she's doing. So that's the kind of approach that we need to be taking, sort of like almost a tempered passion and enthusiasm that's just at the right level to keep us moving forward without overheating and becoming too out of control. And I think that's what the message of the Queen of Wands is to us today. So let's see which oracle card we get to go with that. Corn maze. I love the pumpkin scarecrow. Next month will be Halloween or Samhain. So we're very much getting to the autumn festivals here now, getting and anticipating those with the corn here. Corn maze. I think we've almost got an eclipse moon here as well. Although your path is unclear, it is there waiting for your faith to lead you. That's why it's important, because in a corn maze, you don't necessarily know the way through, but you can find it. Your instincts, your intuition can help find it. And Queen's very intuitive, very, got that intuition there, right? And it says, what does it say? It says, it is there waiting for your faith to lead you. You can be led by your faith, your intuition, your trust in that. The way forward is out there. You may not be able to see it clearly at the moment because you can't see it at the start of a maze, the corn maze. You won't be able to see it. But you'll be able to make your way through, and with the right approach, you'll get through it to where you want to be. But this is so why we can't charge ahead recklessly, because we have to be able to be listened to that still small voice, that intuition to help guide us forward. We may not find the direction we need if we go too quickly, if we go too recklessly, and we may get lost in the maze, as it were. But with that slight moderation and control of our passion and enthusiasm, we'll go forth confidently, trusting in our abilities, in our intuition, and we will find the way forward to where we want to be. And I feel that is what these cards are saying. That's the approach we should be taking. And I think that is the message of the cards today. Okay, so that's today's message. I'll be back tomorrow with day 11. Until then, thank you for listening. Take care, everyone, and I'll see you all again very soon. Okay, bye-bye.